minimize the errors, I guess. I remember that loss, loss this tournament.
And yes, with all of those being said, the Philippines will be the first pick here on the blue side, and Timor Leste will be the ones on the red side. They will take away the 1-1 and the R-Lot immediately. Canon has played this R-Lot quite a few times already in the SEA Games, and Philippines will be focusing on a lot of position 4 and 5 bans.
Possibly for
Among the
Philippines, it's gonna
planes
be
exists
your
the
plan here
equilibrium,
for the
which
team.
I
So
was
most likely
made
we might
for.
see Valentina pick for Philippines if Joy is not to be banned by Timor Leste. Viable option for
Time to drop
Canon,
the
that's gonna
beat of
be
the
Joy.
flag.
Your
So
team is
Glue
picking.
is open, by the way.
Yes, actually the best alternative right now, aside
It is
from that, is
my
going to be the
mission
glue.
to banish
Your
all
But
team
no,
Why not?
the bans indicated a glue, but they went straight for a Lancelot.
Yeah, I have to agree. When the Faramis is banned and the Joy plus the Arlo also banned, it just ups the glue value by so much. Nobody could stop the glue at this point, and I wouldn't be surprised if Timor Leste had the awareness of awareness that this glue could be a great pick for them.
It really is, because if you remember in the games that Timor Leste lost, they used the glue. They were able to prolong the games.
Wow.
It was not like 10, 30 minutes. They went around 20 in their previous games just because of that glue pick, able to soak up so much damage.
By the way, this is a pick for Timor, but it's
I've
going to
been
be
waiting for
Canida
too long.
possible, but the carry for the side of Philippines. One good option also is Canida, but it's going to be Franco. Why not? Wow, they're able to secure Franco.
I don't think this is a good thing, though. You're up against a Valentina, and a Valentina against a Franco is just a free bloody hunt for a Valentina that's more mobile than the Franco. So right now, Philippines is employing a very
Your team is
weird
banning.
strategy in terms of the drafting phase.
Same with Timor Leste right now. They're having some fun here in the draft. That show did not really make the most efficient pick, I would say, but you know what? Based on the players' reaction, they seem to be
Happy
just
about it.
quite happy about it. They seem to be quite here for the fun of it.
Yep, but I would agree with you that it could have been a different hero for Timor Leste instead, and went for the show probably on the last pick for team. But yeah, for Timor Leste, they could ban out another post for hero against Philippines. Could be a Kadita for them.
And for the Philippines, they
Hey,
can probably
your
ban out
team
Smart.
is banning.
There it is. I think the mids, right? You're absolutely right. If you're banning anyone out of your Timor
Time
Leste,
and tide
mid is a
wait for
great
no
pick.
man.
team
Although
is
for
banning.
Timor Leste, they have the Valentina, so
Yeah.
Farsa could have been a better option to open.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they could have done that, but I do think that they respect the Farsa coming in from Arcangel. Going back to Arcangel's
too much.
last game was
it's a
definitely such a great Farsa performance. I wouldn't be surprised if they also banned the Eve, but looks like they're going to take away the Terizla.
Wow.
And this is a very particular ban coming in from Timor Leste.
Actually love that. That is so good. Digging really deep into Canon's hero pool. That's very interesting.
Your team is
Now the
banning.
artist is being taken away here by Philippines. Last two picks here for Timor Leste. They have the chance to secure a powerful jungler here, and I feel like this will not be a jungle show.
Yep, could be Fredrin, although with the Fredrin, most likely they have to stop this carry as much as possible, as early as possible. Even Akai, by the way, for Timor Leste.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Akai is actually a good pick if you go for jungle. Although Roamcho obviously is going to be the pick. There are teams that did use Jungle Cho before. I don't know if Timor Leste is quite there yet,
Yeah.
but they might be warming up to it. Having the Cho on the road is
value
very
in me?
classic.
Your team
All
is
right.
Fredrin,
Sure.
like Chantal mentioned.
Classic Fredrin lock-in.
The southern
Now the
seas
Kadita
Your
and the
team is
Dujong.
picking.
This seems to be a very, I would say, a very comfort pick-centric composition coming in from the Philippines. A lot of the draft choices that Coach Glindro made for Team Philippines here seems to be more inclined to what the Philippine players are more comfortable with.
This is super interesting. They're not giving away anything new.
Yep,
That is cool, right? I would have expected something new to come out of the Philippines by now.
I was actually expecting Florine.
You were you were still expecting for
I
it.
mean, it was written on the desk of our
It is true.
of the players. But yep, Brody picked for Timor Leste to complete their lineup. So with this here composition of Timor Leste probably lacking in terms of burst. I mean, the Filipino user has to find Kadita first to deal damage, most likely, or massive damage against the Filipino squad.
And it's extremely hard to go full combo on the Lancelot in case you do want to take him out before the turtle, before the Lord. Especially this Lancelot would most likely be building the tank build that allows the junglers to just survive a tremendous amount of damage. And of course, the statistics never lie. A lot of us here do side with the Philippines.
Yes.
Back-to-back gold medalists. Did lose a game against Malaysia. Timor Leste yet to win a game. What if this is a timeline where their only win is up against the Philippines?
That would be saying something, man. Of all the multiverses the Doctor Strange featured, I would say if there was any one moment that could happen, you know what? This lineup might not be it. That, unfortunately, I would have to double down on what Chantel mentioned. Very reliant, or excessively reliant, on the burst coming in from a Valentina, which, of course, you don't always rely on that.
And if Emperor... Wait.
Oh, there it is. They're slowly whittling down that glue, which is a good call, right? You have to force the glue into bad positions to get ready for the next turn.
By the way, two petrifies were used by both Karen and Arcangelo during that time, and you have to agree further on Rockhart's thought is whenever Philippines will be on the lead, particularly on taking objectives, I mean, clearing of Minion Wave will be a problem for Timor Leste with the Valentina. But yeah, early aggression for Philippines.
Oh, Saison takes it away from Hitokiri as well, and this is looking to be Philippines asserting their dominance inside the jungle of Timor Leste this early on. In Rekishano, this was a 1v1. No external factors gives him a trip back home.
Yeah, the flicker was used during that time. So this time around for Philippines, they're just prioritizing those usual rotations that they are usually doing. And for Timor Leste,
First blood.
Oh, off-camera kill.
that is.
Off-camera kill. I mean, I guess the Obs didn't expect that. That was actually way too good. I would say, considering that we don't even have Petrify for Canon and Arcangel, I would be surprised as well.
And at that time, even the players of the Philippines were able to take some of the outer third energy shield. So definitely Canon will be part of the team fights later on, probably on the other side of the map.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And now first kill of the game will be going to the hands of the Philippines as they score another kill in the mid lane. Action happening in two places at once. Philippines now ahead by 2.3k.
Philippines might be microing too much.
Yep, this is a huge lead for Philippines actually. And if we look at the top lane, particularly Butterfly, he is still at level 3. He's now level 4, but definitely a gap in terms of level for both of our teams.
And this is a big micro, in terms of difference in micro and the gold lane, it's a, I wouldn't say it's a huge gap, but Philippines really outplayed at the range of the Brody.
Oh, wow. Inigo with the last hit hook as well. Iron Hook damage is off the charts right now, but again, it all boils down to that level of disadvantage as well, right, Chantal?
Yep, still level 3 is Feloon of Timor Leste as compared to a level 5 Inigo of Philippines. And we could see actually Philippines prioritizing on poking the outer third energy shields as much as possible, because why not? It is a source of a possible gold lead against Timor Leste, which doubled, by the way, now at 4.3k against the other team.
Now Philippines slowly, rapidly getting more gold as time progresses. Now on a 5k gold lead.
Feloon is actually level 4 right now, but will not have the Way of the Dragon available. No good angles for him to use that ultimate, which means Timor Leste is gonna have to chill out for the meantime.
Clean rotation from Philippines and a very visible plays from RTL, and even the cameraman or the observer isn't able to pick up those solo plays. Yeah.
Such a fast play coming in from Philippines, and it wasn't even Arcangel's Petrify. It was Canon's Petrify that they used for that engage, that coming in for the Philippines. Now in a 5K gold lead.
Oh, man.
Almost landing it on Butterfly.
Butterfly. He's in trouble, and Butterfly knows it. So he's calling on Falun and maybe Nobsky to come in close. Hitokiri behind them as well. But while all this is happening, obviously, we still have Saison working on that turtle on the bottom side.
And that's the second turtle of the game, once again secured by the Philippines. Falun slightly dodging that hook from Unigo. And the purple might as well will be going to the hands of Saison, and that's the second purple buff stolen.
Quite happy with this. And with the Rough Waves, Breath of the Ocean combo, Petrify wasn't even used by Arcangel, which means they could actually still go for a fight on the mid lane if they wanted to.
Ooh!
And there goes the hook on Yigo,
Although
forcing the
far.
flicker out of Butterfly. Trisha here trying to support his teammates on the mid, making sure that turret does not go down.
Indeed, Philippines is really boxing out the players of Timor Leste. I mean, their movements are just restricted even before the riverside. So for Philippines, all of the resources of Timor Leste would probably go into their hands. But for Timor Leste, they could spice things up and maybe split push, but I highly doubt Philippines will let them do that.
Flight of the Black Dragon on the back side of this matchup. Looking really good. Hook going down. Hitokiri is gonna fall. Butterfly in front. Not really the ideal position for your marksman. But right now, there's Arcangel just going insane right now. And that's a triple for the mid laner of the Philippines. Rekitano with a kill of his own as well on the glue, and that is a wipeout.
A 6-minute wipeout for the side of the Philippines here, and now an almost 10K gold lead with all of the buffs respawning for the side of Timor Leste means Philippines will also be able to steal away major objectives, at least micro objectives on the side of Timor.
I mean, kudos of course to the synchronization of skills and even the nice placement of the spells from Philippines side. There was a set play from Arcangel to begin with prior to the Petrify play in front of the players, three players of East Timor. Goes to show that there is consistent communication from the team because they didn't really cast and exhaust their resources simultaneously during that team fight. 10K goal lead in a 6-minute game, which is huge.
Yeah, it is huge, and you know, this turtle is a reminder on how early it is. That was the final turtle of the game. It's still 11K in terms of gold lead. Looking at the items, Chantel, look how far ahead Rekishano is.
Yup, and looking at Rekishano's item, actually, we have 2 core items already as compared to the Blade of Heptasis from Butterfly's Brody, and the Blade of Heptasis is one of the cheapest items in the Mlbb store. So in terms of farm, definitely Rekitano is on the lead as compared to the rest of the players of Timor Leste. But Timor Leste...
Oh. He goes straight up, walks up into the bloody hunt. And there's not really much Hitokiri can do. Falun quite far away, can't really provide any backup with the way the Dragon Butterfly as well, close by Nobsky. They're trying to find a way in, but they're just not being given any quarter by the Philippine squad right now. Turret on top side goes down. Inhibitor on the mid would be next. Nobsky as well with the way, Black Dragon for
Trisha.
And there you go. Rough Wave with a combo. Beautifully done here by the Philippines. Not really much left for Hitokiri to do, but try and wait as the inevitable comes, and Timor Leste falling to the Philippines.
8:23. They break their own record of the fastest game in the 32nd SEA Games. The Lord didn't even have the chance to spawn